Yeah, good stuff on the West side. On the East, though, it's been very surprising so far. Two series where the team that we didn't expect to be up 2-0 is up 2-0. First off with the Celtics. Celtics are beating the Raptors 2-0. Admittedly, I actually was not surprised because I kept saying I don't really think the Raptors are it this year. They still could turn it around. The series ain't over. But I didn't have I saw a lot of stuff. I know you're not media, but I'm saying for the quote unquote sports media, people that try to act like they really knew the sport, they're like, oh no, the Raptors are still legit. I know basketball. The Raptors are still those guys. Don't count them out. And they win that first round. It was like, oh, I told you. And it's like they got to press the first round, and that's cool. They beat who was that? The Magic or whatever? No, the Nets without anybody. So like, cool. Right. But now against a full squad, they're showing what the real deal is. And not saying that they're frauds, but I think that people put too much faith or try to gas them up a lot more than they deserve. So they're getting humbled right now. I still think they're going to end up winning a game or two. But I think the Celtics, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned to it. We talked about before, but the Celtics seem like a team that's hungry and ready to go. And Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart, who we told you was a part of the core. You didn't want to listen a while ago. He's a part of the core and doing his thing. Him and Kemba and others are balling on that squad, and I think they're going to continue carry this momentum the rest of the series and get the job done. I'm going to say in 5. To be honest, I'm going to say in 5.
Yeah, you flipped on the Celtics because you were talking real trash about the USA team. Remember?
Yeah.
When it was like like 3 or 4 Celtics players on there, and I was trying to tell you like the Celtics are going to be good, bro.
Sure. Yes, in that regard, I flipped, but I'm not saying they're going to the championship just yet. I'm also not saying they're going to the finals yet. Okay. I'm just saying people gassed up the Raptors a whole lot as well, and I never really saw it. I was like, I really don't see what y'all see. Like they're great in the regular season, but when it's time to go and step up, and the next level they need is Kawhi, and Kawhi's out the door. So now we see with him out the window, out the door, where their woes are, and they're struggling to find it right now. So that's why I always saw.
Yeah, I can address it because, like you said, I was kind of
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think their issue for me is that Siakam is not quite at that like superstar level where you need him to be, like where you need that one guy to like take you over the edge at the end of games to kind of just take over.
Yeah, people say he was the Pippen to Kawhi's the MJ. People were saying that last year.
I think that's true. I think that would go along with like kind of what's happening right now. But I think like Van Vliet is a guy that can do that, but he's too small. Like your best player can't be like 5'10", 5'11" or whatever, because they double him, he becomes ineffective. And like you said, Kawhi was that guy that could like put him over the edge and close games. But Siakam offensively, his bag doesn't seem like deep enough to do that. He's struggled so far, at least in the first 2 games. Right. And he was great like throughout the regular season. I think he averaged like 26, 27. But he's struggled as the Celtics can switch everything. They have long wings that are pretty interchangeable. And it's like people have made fun of like his only move being the spin back to the middle. All he's doing is spinning. It's like, bro, like that's a very predictable move. Like you got to show us more than that.
Open up that bag.
So I didn't anticipate Siakam struggling as much in this series. Okay. That was my issue because as we said, I was high on the Raptors and I still am. Like we saw in the Jazz Nuggets series, like we thought that was over and then they blew the 3-1 lead. And still the playoffs, they're still NBA talent, they're still the defending champs. And if the Celtics take game 3, I think it's over.
Yeah.
But if the Raptors can get this one, like I could see this next game, I could see it potentially going 7 and being either way. Because the Celtics, while they do seem hungry, like you said, while they have been playing well, they still they haven't won anything yet. Like they're still young guys that are seeking to get to the mountaintop, and the Raptors have been there before. They have plenty of guys that have been there before. So I think.
Well, hey, listen, I thought experience was
Still very
important.
much a series. Like I don't think it's over already.
I thought experience was vital. I thought that was going to be the difference between the Raptors and the Celtics. I also thought that was going to be the difference between the Bucks and the Heat. But we see otherwise. Experience is not as well. At least experience from top to bottom is not as crucial as we thought it was. Having at least one or two guys with experience, you definitely got to have that. The Celtics have Kemba and those, just that team in general has been there before and almost got to the finals, got beat by LeBron. So they've been at least close.
This is Kemba's first time being this deep because Kemba's been on real bad teams.
Right, but I'll say more for the Celtics in general, for the rest of that squad. They've been close in contention and creeping for a little while now.
Right.
And Kemba can help them get over the hump as they're starting to do right now.